I'm leaving that in. America.
Hello.
What's the haps on craps? It's your boy Bo and Weezy. And it's the Smart Meets Stupid vlog. This week, we're talking Taylor Swift.
No, it's T Swift versus Kimye. Get with it.
Taylor Swift and the Kardashian Wests. So, I'm going to let you set this up.
It's Kimye.
But you can't go on for an hour, alright?
Okay, first of all, that was 20 minutes. So, he didn't press the button.
Oh, lies.
So, we have to do it again. But, that's fine. Okay, so if you didn't know, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are feuding with Taylor Swift.
They probably knew.
If they didn't know.
Okay.
Go on, go ahead. No,
I gotta do the whole setup. All right, I got. No,
I
got.
like what I say, so go ahead.
No worries. Back in 2009, I believe. Some beef on the. I believe it was the VMAs Video of the Year. Beyonce loses. Ye is all drunk. I call him Ye because I know him like that. Ye is all drunk. Comes up on the stage. I'm gonna let you finish, but blah 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 blah. Now, we all know what kind of happens from there. Kanye basically kind of goes away for a little bit. Everybody consoles Taylor. Well, Kanye made his little apology run. He goes on Leno saying he was wrong. Nobody really cares. He's kind of ostracized for a while. But over the next couple of years, they start patching things up slowly but surely. They kind of become friends. There's some backstage pictures taken at a couple of award shows. There's hugs. There's flowers sent. So everything's going better. They're kind of becoming friends again. Well, I think it was about 2013, Kanye actually came out in the New York Times and was like, nah, I don't regret nothing. I was kind of pressured into apologizing. I don't know if that has anything to do with the current story, but we're going to fast forward to 2016, probably, would you say, February, January?
Yeah.
Okay, you take it from there.
Okay. Kanye drops a song called Famous on his album, and he basically just talks about Taylor Swift. And allegedly, they come out and they say, Taylor Swift knew about this. And so they said that they had a conversation with Taylor Swift, and she goes, no. She just straight up says, we did not have that conversation. I did not ever receive a phone call from Kanye, and left it at that. So everybody thought that Kanye was just, being Kanye, doing stupid shit.
Yeah, we can edit this shit. So basically, Kanye says in this song, it was the lyrics that were the problem. Now, in the video, and I suggest you all follow the link below. I'm actually going to post it so you can see the audio and you can hear Taylor Swift. She's not happy about this. You can hear she's audibly annoyed on the call,
and fake.
Yeah, and she did come off, in my opinion, is very fake. But what the line reads that Kanye read to her, and you can hear this in the video. He says, "To all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex." Now the actual lyrics go, I don't have it on my phone, so I need yours. Okay. To all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? Because I made that bitch famous. Now, originally, as Aunt Weezy referred to earlier, she said that she had no idea that this even was going to take place, that Kanye never told her. She switched the story up after Kim Kardashian put her on blast and said, well, I just didn't know about the additions to the lyrics.
I didn't want to be referred to that bitch.
So he added these lyrics, and Taylor, being who Taylor is, was quick to counter and say she didn't know anything about it. Now, there's a number of problems in this whole thing. Number one, Taylor knew about it. That was clear and evident. And she was put on blast by Kim Kardashian because Kim Kardashian is smarter than any of y'all give her credit for. Secondly, the part I have an issue with is I think Kanye and Kim played her a little bit. Because personally, he only read part of what he used. In my opinion, if you're going to show her the lyrics, show her all the lyrics. Don't show her a piece of it.
Here's where I disagree. We saw 15 seconds of a video. We don't know for sure that he didn't read all those lyrics.
I don't think he had it finished yet.
And he might have. And then, again, so he reads her those lyrics, and she says, he asks her what she thinks. She goes, it's like a compliment, kind of. Yeah, go whatever line is best. It's obviously very tongue-in-cheek either way. So, not only does she give him room to change the lyric.
That's true.
Because she says, whatever you think is best. She says it's okay. She's very annoyed. You can hear it. She doesn't want to say yes, but she does.
And she should have pulled the big girl panties up and said no. I mean, because and I think what really bothers her about this whole thing is that he said he made her famous. Because on this same call, she says two things that, in my opinion, show that she's kind of tired of this.
Of the whole situation with Kanye.
Right. Because first she says she's kind of close to overexposure in the outset of the conversation. And I take that to mean, yo, I'm already out here a lot. I don't really need no more. She says that, and she says it very quickly. And then Kanye goes on to say, well, I think this is a really good thing. And then she kind of goes, I think she felt pressured to say yes, which is stupid. It's like, if your friends are telling you to jump off a bridge, you have some common sense to say no.
Woman.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say that being on the phone with Kanye West isn't intimidating, because
Right.
I've never been on the phone with Kanye
He
West.
sounded pretty nice, though.
And I don't know. I don't feel like he is an
I don't think
asshole.
he, I don't, yeah, I do. I think he's disingenuous. I think he's very disingenuous.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me wanting him to be a nice guy. That's just me.
Well, you know.
But she should have said no. And what I think even furthers that is she is so fake in the phone call that Kim Kardashian says, hey, she said that she was going to go on the red carpet and just promote this for Kanye with her.
Yeah, she did.
As a collaboration,
Yep.
saying, hey, I was in on it. That way you guys can't pit us against each other. But she does the complete opposite in her Grammy or VMAs, I don't know which one it was, acceptance speech, where she says,
I think
for
that was
anybody,
Grammys. I think that was Grammys.
For anybody who tries to take credit for you, no, you did it. Don't let anyone try to say that they made you famous or gave you your fame and gave you your stardom, et cetera, referring to Kanye.
And the problem with Taylor Swift is she has a history of sliding herself into things that she doesn't necessarily need to. You talked about Nicki Minaj earlier.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj made a comment at one point like, hey, I don't get
about
the
the
credit.
VMAs because she didn't win Best Female Artist or some bullshit like that because she wasn't thin and skinny. And so Taylor took it upon herself to be like, hey, you might have lost to somebody else, you shouldn't bring other people down. But that's what Taylor does and she does it in a very indirect way. So she had a feud with Katy Perry a long while back over John Mayer and some backup dancers and whatever. And so Katy Perry even jumped in and said, hey, that's what you did with Bad Blood because, allegedly Bad Blood is based on Katy Perry's and Taylor Swift's relationship. So she just has a downfall of making those little digs at people a celebrity friends because people say she's not who she is. Like with the Calvin Harris situation, she allegedly co-wrote this is what you came for, Calvin Harris and Rihanna, and she used a different name. Well, her people said that Calvin stole it. He took her sample and just ran with it. Well, now she's being credited as Taylor Swift and is no longer using that ghostwriter name.
Anyway, so yeah, she does have a tendency to be. She just seems like she's a fake kind of person. Like she's one way to
plays victim, I feel like.
Yeah, like she's one way to your face, and then as soon as you turn around, she's saying something else. And I think the real problem here with this whole situation is that she's tired of Kanye taking her fame. I mean, it started when she was a newer artist, and now it's continuing when she's a well-established superstar. And she says in the conversation, she says, she says, I don't think anyone would listen to that and feel like it's a real diss and, oh, she must be crying. You got to tell the story the way it happened, and you have to tell it the way you experienced it. You honestly didn't know who I was before that. It doesn't matter that I sold 7 million records off that album before you made that interruption, but that's okay because you didn't know me. And so she's even kind of taking and you can hear it in the call, she's taking a backhanded dig at him like, yo, I sold 7 million before you ran up on that stage, dude. I've been doing this. And I think this is a continuation of a feeling that she's had a long time. And so rather than being calm about it, her team got in her ear, oh, we got to fight this, and she made a bad decision.
Well, I feel like even being direct, because I don't feel like she's being direct, and she's a grown woman. So this issue has continued since 2009. She wants to be frenemies with the Kardashian Wests instead of being straight up and saying, hey, you did not do my fame. I work extremely hard for it. You don't get to take that from me. She won't directly say it. So instead, she'll just, take a little dig at a Grammy speech, take a little dig over the phone, instead of just approaching it like an adult, or having her people approach it and saying,
no, none of that. Just write a song about it. Take an indirect shot at him in a song because that's what you do as an artist anyway. I mean, you can look at Drake. He's the king of the sub diss, the low key diss. You don't have to do any of this. Drop a new album, sell 40 million copies of it like Adele.
Be like Kim Kardashian. Make money off your mistakes.
Yeah, essentially. I mean,
that's how she got famous. She made money off a mistake.
I personally feel like she planned that.
But it was a mistake.
She's smart enough to do that, but
You know, and like she promoted her Snapchat while taking revenge on taking revenge on Taylor Swift. You have to make those calculated moves in order to be successful and maintain.
Chestnut checkers. It's chestnut checkers, Taylor. You got played. You got played, buddy.
You got to think of the long-term game. You can't think in these little bursts of emotions, which, you know.
So where does it go from here, in your opinion? Does it die out?
I think she should let it die out.
Yeah, I think that's her only move, is to fall back and then do...
And it's only because, the only reason why I think she should fall back and just not address it anymore is because she straight up lied the first time. And I feel like anything that she says now is just going to make the situation worse. Leave it alone. Come back in 6 months. She has a new drop, or she is supposed to have a new secret album dropping in the fall. So I would just add one quick track.
I guess it ain't that much of a secret.
Yeah, but they're not. People are speculating that it's coming out in the fall, but no one really knows. She's trying to be like Beyonce.
I mean, see, I wouldn't even go to. I mean, this is just me personally. I wouldn't even do the low key. I would make a song called Kanye, and I would just go to work on it.
But that's not her style.
Well, it might as well be. She's attacking things and lying about things. She might as well switch her style.
I think that she should, but you know, all of her songs. I think she has a song called "Dear John" by John Mayer, and she has a few songs about Harry Styles and whatnot. She just likes to make it low key, so it's universal, so she can't be pinned for slandering someone.
I mean, but I think that's the problem. Like, people are now going to look at her differently, and I don't care how big you are. If the industry changes their perception of you, you mentioned the Calvin Harris thing earlier. Like, now Calvin Harris is like, yo, why are you trying to bring me down? I'm not about to just sit here and let you.
Who's also a huge star. Like, his music, every song that you hear from him is a hit, just like Taylor Swift's.
But anyway, so these artists are not going to continue to take this lying down, and it's going to cause some talk amongst other artists, because artists obviously have a community. Mm-hmm. And if one person's starting to say something and another person's starting to say something, now I don't think Taylor's going to have any problem like maintaining her status, because the young girls love her, the
parents love her.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the demographic. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, if she continues this kind of pattern, she will lose a little bit of that luster.
When you say there's smoke.
Yeah, the smoke, there's fire. I mean, there's a lot of smoke. So
it can't all be, you know, people are making these crazy stories up. I feel like some of it is definitely true.
Yeah, and listen to the video below. Listen to it and actually hear her tone. She does not sound like a person you want to hang out with. She sounds like a stuck-up person. Like, you wouldn't want to be like, yeah, let's grab drinks with Taylor Swift. You'd be like, I gotta go to Taylor's house. Yeah.
Man, you know I have to be all dressed, I have to be proper, but
yeah.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Kardashians in any way, but
I go to a party with Kim and Kanye. My fun.
That'd be crazy.
You might have some craziness happen, but
hey, you'd have some fun.
One time for the Kardashian West, I think they're the ultimate winner in this whole thing.
I agree with you. I was just about to ask them, like, who wins?
Yeah, no,
Kimye, T-Swift.
Kim played chess, and she played chess.
She's always played chess, though.
Well, I mean, you know. Yeah,
her family does.
They got the whole. I mean, Kim raised them girls. I mean, not Kim. Chris. Shout out to Kris Jenner. She raised them girls with a business mind, whatever they do. So I respect that. On that note, we out. Smart Me Stupid Vlog. Links below. Like, comment, subscribe. I would prefer no more hater comments, because I'm aiming at down, sniping. I don't want no drama.
But really, though, I mean, it's really not that serious.
We out though. Peace.